Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. And in tonight's show, we're going to be talking about, can Liverpool splash the cash before the window ends? And we're going to be talking a bit of practically, this video is practically transfer news tonight. There's been some interesting developments over the last 2 days, even in the last hour. There's been a few developments, that we have to bring you guys. So hopefully all of you are having a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. But if you could do me the massive favor, then please give this video a like. It's massively appreciated if you could do so. Also, as well, if you're new to the Cop Council, then please hit that subscribe button, because we are currently, if I bring it up on screen, we're currently on 338 subscribers. Like I always say, thank you to everyone that has subscribed. To each and every single one of you, it's massively appreciated, and I do very much appreciate it. But if you could hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit notification bell, because it is very much important that you do hit the notification bell as well. But I can see a few of you in the chat right here. Let me say hi to a few of you. Cop Council's biggest fan, how are you? Hopefully having a fantastic day. Saying hi, hopefully you're okay. Nerdboy saying hello. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Chris is in as well. Hi pal, hope you're well and excited for our title defense. Yes, excuse me. I do have to say tomorrow at I haven't actually figured out the time yet that it's going to be out. I think it's going to be late afternoon tomorrow. We do have our match preview show for you guys tomorrow. It is pre-recorded, but it will be premiered, so I will be in the chat with you guys, chatting with a few things about you, about the game, things like this. I am joined by Carl from the football podcast radio show, football radio podcast show. I get it mixed up. I think I get it mixed up in the video as well. But I am joined by Carl, that's also a Leeds fan as well. So we do have a load of insight then from Leeds United, in that aspect of things. But guys, please check in tomorrow for that, because it is going to be tomorrow for that as well. Cop Council's biggest fan says Thiago agreed personal terms. We'll get on to that. We will get on to that in tonight's show. Nerdboy says, I've given up looking at transfers after Werner. Yes, I understand your pain. As you say by here, too much heartache. Yes, I get where you're coming from in that aspect of things. But, it's one of these things. It's going to be, a thing of football. Do you lot remember, Nabil Fekir? Do you remember that? Because I certainly do. And it was not the nicest of summers. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was one of the worst summers. To try and figure out, was he going to join Liverpool? Wasn't he going to join Liverpool? It was all ifs and buts, wasn't it? But I know what you're on about there. Kale's in as well. Hopefully having a fantastic day. Will Leeds shock us? Check in tomorrow for a match preview for what I had to say about the situation and and that. But spoilers, no. In my personal opinion, no, they're not going to spoil us tomorrow, on Saturday, sorry. And Nipper said, not going to lie, I don't know how far we will compete. It's one of these things. It's one of these things. I think we will compete this season. I think, yet again, realistically, when you look at it, we've added to the squad, kind of, because we didn't have a backup left back properly. We brought in Kostos, to fill in that position. Yes, we've lost Dejan Lovren, for example, but we've got the likes of Keanu Hoover, Fabinho as well, being there as backup. So realistically, we haven't lost that, but I know what you guys mean in that aspect of things as well. Steven's in, hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. Jeannie's staying, and Thiago is coming in, lads. So Stephen has put me on to my very much next point of the video. We're going to dive straight into the news tonight, because there is a bit of news that has happened over the last couple of days, at least anyway, and that is the fact that, according to Sky Sports News, Jorginho Wijnaldum has had positive talks with Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp over his future at Anfield. So Sky Sports did report, I believe it was, so what day are we on? We're on Thursday as we are live right now. I believe either Tuesday night or Wednesday afternoon, Sky Sports put a report saying that when Gini Wijnaldum come back from international duty, then he would be holding talks with Jurgen Klopp about his future and things like this. And now, if that is true, in the sense that they've held positive talks, or positive talks with one another, then that can only mean good things, because according to other reports as well, and if I quickly go back on to Twitter, make sure I've actually saved the next thing that I wanted to show you guys. Yes, I did. So let me show you guys this right now, and that was the sense that Sky Sports also come out and said that Wijnaldum wants to stay at Liverpool and hopes an offer of a contract extension from the club will be the result of positive conversations with the manager, who is keen for him to stay. So massive news then in that aspect of things, realistically, in the sense that Jurgen wants him to stay, Gini wants to stay. Both parties want to stay where they are. So why not, offer him a contract? I put out on Twitter, didn't I? Last week saying, I think that Gini Wijnaldum is one of the most underrated players in world football, and I believe that Liverpool fans have, begun thinking that as well. And I think many people agreed. I think many people did agree, because the thing is with a player, you don't recognize their work, or like even just a figure. Realistically, it could be anything, with music, art, anything, drawings, whatever. People will get remembered for what they done when they're gone, and I think that is what Gini Wijnaldum is. I think Gini Wijnaldum will be remembered for what he's done for this club when he leaves, rather than when he stays. So, and I want Gini to stay, as much as possible, if I'm awfully honest with you guys. I think he is absolutely fantastic. Might be 29 years old, but still, Gini Wijnaldum is a fantastic player. He is very, very versatile, and he can be used all over the pitch. Not only in midfield, can be used in defense, can be used in attack. There's so many options for Gini Wijnaldum, and I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. So please leave your comment in, and I will read all of your comments. If I do miss a comment, then please post it again, so I doubly make sure that I've actually read it. So I will make sure I do read your comments as well. Nerdboy says Fekir would have probs won us the league that season, to be honest. Maybe with what things happened that year, but realistically, I think that he is just, Fekir's a bad egg, if you know the story anyway. So I'll say it anyway, to be fair. So what happened was Liverpool agreed a £55 million fee with Lyon. Of course, Fekir had knee surgery, I believe, a year before Liverpool even was thinking about getting him. Excuse me, guys, I haven't had anything today, so my stomach is a bit but yeah, apparently we agreed the fee. Apparently Liverpool's doctor didn't like what the knee was looking like, so they asked for second opinion, and the second opinion was okay, but they wasn't happy with paying £55 million. Now, Liverpool and Lyon agreed 45 million, which is obviously £10 million less. Fekir and his brother found out about it, and they demanded more money, and this is why the deal never happened. The deal never happened because Nabil Fekir wanted more money out of Liverpool. Apparently, he was going to get £180,000 a week anyway, and like a load in bonuses anyways, which would have set him up pretty nicely, realistically, in one of Liverpool's best contracts, I think, that he would have got. But him and his brother wanted more money, and Liverpool said no, so they walked away from the deal. And I think, if that's the character that he is, and he's just after money, I don't think Jurgen Klopp wants him, and that's why he never moved to Liverpool, if you guys didn't know anyway, that situation. Chris says, I wasn't really disappointed we didn't sign Werner. Maybe just me. I was disappointed. I would have liked Timo Werner at Liverpool. I'm not going to lie to you. Nerdboy says, looks like Gini will stay. New photos showing the lads looking excited towards Gini, but the probs reading into it. No, I don't think you're reading into it. I think Gini looked really happy today in the photos of training and things like this. He did look very, very happy, and the lads looked happy to see him as well. So, realistically, fingers crossed that is, a sign on the right things, to be awfully honest with you. You also said, I hope to God we have Brewster and not sell him. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that does not happen. Indeed. Kale says, has West Ham signed anyone? I don't know. I don't think so. I know there's an uproar right now at West Ham because of what has happened with them selling. Can't remember the player's name, but it's the player that they've it come through the academy system, and apparently he has gone to West Brom, I believe, or is on the way to West Brom. So I don't know about West Ham. I think they're a bit in limbo at the minute. Chris says Wijnaldum would be sixth choice behind Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Keita, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, in my opinion. Great squad depth in midfield. In fact, seventh choice behind Milner too. I disagree with this. I do disagree with you, Chris. If Thiago was to come, even though I think Naby Lad has been superb, and I think Gini's in the third or fourth choice, when everyone's fit and available, I think Fabinho himself writes himself into the team along with Jordan Henderson. So then you have that conversation, where who picks that other spot. And for me, it would be between, Thiago, Keita, and Gini. Realistically, for me, I'd love Keita more than anyone to be in that position, and to thrive in that position this season, because I think he deserves it for what he did towards the end of last season and, a beginning of pre-season. But, Gini, every single one is good options, don't get me wrong. But I do personally think, I think Wijnaldum's ahead of the likes of Milner and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, in my personal opinion, anyway. What else? What other comments do we have? Seamus Moore is in as well. How are you, sir? Hopefully you're on a fantastic day. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. The comments have just refreshed. There we go, gone back. Chris says, I would prefer Thiago to start and keep Wijnaldum to stay for squad depth. I think that's what you alluded to in the previous comment. But for me, I think, Gini can be used, for the starting 11. Nerdboy says, Klopp said, we will use Ox in the false 9 in rotation games. Yes, he did say this. I believe he said it, I think just before the Stuttgart game in pre-season. Yes, he did say this. So realistically, it's probably going to be Bobby, Takumi Minamino, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain as, false nines, probably. As you say, Minamino looks good. Yeah, he does. He has looked good in pre-season, to be awfully honest with you. And I think, at the end of the day, Ox can play wherever he can, midfield, winger. I personally think he's better playing in an attacking midfield role, in a 4-3-3 where he's more able to get forward and, link between, the midfield and attack. I think that's where he's best at. But, Jurgen Klopp's used him as right winger, left winger, he's used him all over the frigging pitch. So, Chris says, but can't see it both being there. That's probably with Gini and Thiago. Nipo says, Gini off the bench is mad. Remember Barcelona. I'm just saying, remember Barcelona. The Cop Council's biggest fan says, you've seen the new FIFA ratings. Yes, I have. I have seen the new FIFA ratings. Actually, let me get them up for you guys. I know there's a couple of people in here that are FIFA fans. So if you are, then you might like this or you might not. There's been some debate about it. I'm not gonna lie. If I quickly get this up on screen for you guys. So as you can see on screen right now, these are the official FIFA 21 ratings. Virgil van Dijk being the best Liverpool player as a 90 rated, as well as Mo Salah, Sadio Mane and Alisson Becker. Obviously Trent getting 87, which is mental if guys know FIFA. Bobby 87, Fabinho 87, Robbo 87. Henderson is the same rating as Paul Pogba, which is very, very brilliant. Realistically, Henderson should be higher rated than Paul Pogba in my personal opinion. that's just for me. But yeah, if we look then on the next slide, Genie getting 85 rated, Joe Gomez 83, Joe Matip 83. I'm a bit mad that Naby Keita got downgraded this year to 81. He was 82 last year. Shaqiri 81, James Milner 80, Ox 79. Takumi Minamino 77 and Divock Origi 77 as well. Of course, there is lower ratings than this, but due to them just doing, I believe it's, I think it's they do like the gold cards, and then later on when they release more of the database, then it will be more then of like silver players and a bit lower rated gold players as well, because I think there are going to be more gold players as well. But yeah, they are the FIFA ratings then, realistically. Jax is in, hopefully having a fantastic day, mate. Genie is staying, and Thiago is coming. The bid is 22.7 million for Thiago. We keeping Genie and adding Thiago. The bid is in, verified by Chris Williams. Well, you say it by ear, it's again, you said it, but yeah, there was a bit of wasning where that was concerned, wasn't there? There was, is it, are the bids in? Is the bid in at all? Concerning Thiago Alcantara. Now, of course, people did mention this earlier on, that Thiago had agreed a deal for with Liverpool, to be honest. But we got I think he works for the Mirror, I believe, or he works for a numerous amount of companies anyway. But he says that Thiago and Liverpool have agreed, have an agreement. Bayern demand over 30 million euros, while Liverpool's current offer remains 25 million. In my opinion, it would be great to see what the player could do under Jurgen Klopp. Now, to follow up with those reports as well, there was other reports suggesting today that Liverpool had rose their bid for 25 million, and then there were other reports saying that Bayern won 35 million, and Liverpool have offered 30 million and things like this. What I can confirm to you guys right now, Liverpool want to pay 25 million euros, which, as Jack says, is 22.7 million pounds. That is the current thing with Liverpool and Thiago at the moment. This is what this is about, realistically. But Liverpool, well, I say Liverpool don't have the fees. They do have the fees, but again, this is the thing with, COVID-19. Liverpool don't want to spend the money because it's unknown what's going to happen. Now, of course, we could do a Chelsea and go and cough out, 20, 30, 40, 50 million in that aspect of things. But, what would the consequences be in 3 or 4 months' time when, maybe there's a second wave and football is stopped yet again? What are the consequences going to be? So I think with, as we spoke about, with the likes of Gini Wijnaldum now staying, I do think now it is relying on the sales of Harry Wilson, Marco Grujic, Loris Karius as well. I think those are going to, make Liverpool bid for the likes of, Thiago Alcantara, maybe Sarr as well from Watford. Don't forget, guys, Sarr, he has, put himself on a plate realistically and asking Liverpool to practically come and get him in that aspect of things. But Nerdboy says apparently 22 players in our squad have a FEMA face with tears of joy. Okay, I get what you mean. And then you say it there as well. Let me scroll down the comments a minute, guys. To be fair, Streamlabs aren't the best, in terms of comments. You always got to try and scroll up and scroll down. So it is a bit of that as well. But what else we got? Chris says, got too many midfielders. Yeah, you could say that. I think we have, what is it, about 12, 13 midfielders at the club at once. So who knows? Doug is in as well. Good evening. To answer a few questions, West Ham haven't bought anyone, so there you go. Doug's usually the good guy with all the stats and things like this. Jack says Keita and Thiago, Hendo and Gini will rotate, and Fabinho will drop the centre back. That is realistically what is going to happen this season, in my personal opinion. It's going to be similar to Liverpool just relaxing on the centre back issue, and realistically, I think Owen mentioned it from the Cop On podcast that we had a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago now, that they thought that Fabinho was good enough to be second choice centre back. I disagreed. I think Joe Gomez is our complete number two. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Doug says, I hope you're feeling better, Connor. I am feeling a bit better. Sorry there wasn't a video yesterday. I did say that there was going to be videos from 2 days ago all the way till Monday, and yep, I practically lied. Very, very ill yesterday I was. So thank you, Doug, for the well wishes. Doug says, yes, Cop Council biggest fan. Yes, I do have a biggest fan. Doug says, Henderson, same rating as the great Paul Pogba. Yes, that is very, very truth. I've seen a lot of Twitter having a go at people that thought that, he was undeserving of the same rating as Paul Pogba. That I thought was funny. Cop Council's biggest fan says Trent 87 will be insane. Seema says can't wait for FIFA 21. Nupo says finally Trent is good in FIFA. He also says what the fuck? Why have Naby so low? There's some ratings that are dodgy. I think Thiago is like 85. He's been demoted like 3 ratings, which is just shocking. Chris says Pogba, the invincible man, one of the most overrated players I've ever seen, or wouldn't get into my local town, Carlisle. Carlisle. I think that's how you say it. Apologies if I bugged that up. He's acted like a fool. He don't care about football, just himself. Exactly. I've said for a while. I remember, if you guys remember, was it the season just gone, the season before where we got 97 points, when people were comparing Pogba and Gini Wijnaldum, and I think Gini got into the team of the season, and people were comparing him to Pogba's numbers, and it was like I think Pogba had scored like 15 goals or 16 goals that season. Freaking, I think 10 of them were penalties. So, it's one of these things, isn't it? And it's just stupid, to be awfully honest with you. Cop Council's big fan says Simicus should be 75 rated. Potentially, he might be. I think, to be fair, Keita should be a bit higher rated. I think he should be 83, in my personal opinion, because FIFA don't like giving ratings a boost. So, 83 for me would have been better. Nobody says, I'm not going to lie, people talk too much crap about Pogba, to be honest. Though, yeah, I agree with you in that aspect of things, especially if you're fans of Manchester United at least as well. Jack says, yeah, the bid is therefore in, mate. Jack also, it's all over social media. Jack also verified by Iker and Chris Williams. There's been, I know you keep on commenting, mate, but the bid's been a known thing for ages. Liverpool have talked with Thiago. That's simple as we've said this on other past streams. Thiago has been linked. He's been talking with Jurgen Klopp, but Liverpool have bid 22.7 million, which is 25 million pounds. Bayern have rejected that. Bayern have said we want 30 million quid. That's been known for some time now. And guys, let me know. It has been known for a very long time now, right? It's been known for about a good 3 weeks, a month, I would say anyway. But yeah, I would say that it's been known for a very long time that we have bid in for Thiago. And that Nerdboy says we 100% need a signing in midfield or attack. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think a winger. I think we need a winger like Sa. I think we need a one like Sa. So it is one of these things. Jack says as well, 22 million. We will get it over the line. We are selling Brewster instead of Genie. Don't think we're selling Brewster, to be overly honest. Though, like I said, I think we're waiting on the sales of Marco Grujic, Harry Wilson, and other people and other bits and pieces as well, of course. as well. So, where's the comment section? It always disappears. What else we got? Jax also says that 22 million bid has gone in. Yep, we already know that. Nobody says, no, we're not selling Brewster. The Sheffield manager is saying they are getting a young lone striker in. Looks like Grujic and Wilson will be sold. Yeah, again, I think that this is facts. I think that, I don't think Klopp, I think even though he likes Grujic, I don't think he's in his plans. Even though I would like him to be, because I think he is a very good, young, talented player, but it's just one of these things that the Liverpool squad have moved too far ahead, perhaps for Brewster, but it is very interesting. Nearby also says Jones too, lol. Yeah, Curtis Jones. We still got to remember about Curtis Jones. Potentially could start Saturday, so fingers crossed. He'll have a fantastic season this year. Nearby also says Thiago, Gini, Keita. That would be a nice midfield. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds very nice in a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. I would like that, to be fair. Seema says, well, yeah, a bid has supposed to have gone in but rejected, but I will only believe when I see Thiago holding up the Liverpool shirt. Realistically, I think that's what you have to do in that many aspects of things, because we've been linked with so many people over the last couple of years, and it's been like, oh, like Fekir, for example, oh, Fekir's done, blah, 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 was never officially revealed as a Liverpool player. So, you just have to wait and see realistically for, practically what can happen in things like that. Ooh, hang on a minute. There we go. Oh, I already read that one. Doug says exactly same as Jack says. You got lag in your comments. You using Streamlabs, mate. I'm using StreamYards. I keep on saying Streamlabs because I've been helping someone with Streamlabs lately. But yeah, StreamYards. That's what I'm using right now. Doug says like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, if you can, please do feel free to leave. No. Is there a way of deleting that? If there's any mods in, delete Doug's last comment that I posted on there. Joking anyway. But Nerdboy says, I never felt confident about the Thiago deal. Always seemed to me that it was a way to get Thiago a new contract. Yeah, I think that many things were said about the Thiago situation in the fact that they've used Liverpool's name. First off, that was the fact that Liverpool had just won the Premier League trophy and things like this. I personally said it. I thought it was a way of trying to get PSG to come in quick and buy Thiago off, off Bayern Munich. But apparently Thiago told PSG no straight away, and apparently he's told the rumor also as well is that he's told his agent that I don't want to speak to any other club apart from Liverpool. So there's been that rumor out there as well. But yeah, what else we got? Chris says, Brewster is our own Mbappe. I'm telling you, I will shout off rooftops as much as I want. We will sell him, then I'll be baffled and gobsmacked. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. I think if we were to sell him, it would be ridiculous if we was to sell Brewster. I know that there was also the rumors of putting in a buyback clause, but for me, why get rid of him? He for me could be an added element towards this Liverpool squad, in my personal opinion. Douglas says subscribe to the Cop Council, absolutely. There we go. Chris says Thiago and Sarr coming in. I'm happy. Yeah, I think that would be the perfect summer. Then realistically, with them two, I would absolutely love both of them to be in Liverpool squad next year. Jack says, yeah, we're reliant on Wilson and Grujic for funds, but they we're not guaranteeing interest. Hinge the Brewster putting it up for sale. Apparently they are. I think Bayern Munich are looking at. I think if we get Thiago, then Bayern Munich want to buy Grujic off us. That's what I've been hearing over the last couple of days. That could be a thing, but don't quote me on that because, it's only rumours. And apparently Bayern Munich have been interested in Grujic since 2018. So, maybe they might come in and buy him. Maybe it might be a swap deal for Thiago and Grujic. Who knows? Maybe we might just have to give Grujic and 5 million. Something like that. But anyway, we know that the transfer committee will do their best. It's one of these things, isn't it? I think that many people forget about how good the transfer committee has been over the last couple of years in getting the likes of, Andy Robinson, 8 million, Takumi Minamino, 7.5 million, you get low prices, for good players. It's things like this. But yeah, it is one of these things. Jax also says, no chance Jones starts. I disagree with that. I do agree. I disagree with that. I think Curtis Jones has been one of the players of preseason. If you've been watching preseason, I think him, Takumi Minamino, and Naby Keita, for me, them three have been the shining lights of preseason. And I do think Jones. I do think Curtis Jones has a chance of starting against against Leeds. Sorry, but yeah, I do think he has a chance. Nobody says, in my opinion, Keita, Milner, Fabinho versus Leeds, just because we need the type of a captain in that midfield. Yeah, I could definitely see what you're on about. But there, mate. Chris also says, should remove Brewster off the transfer list. I think he already is, to be awfully honest, though. Chris also says Selkirk and Wilson. Shaqiri. Shaqiri is an interesting one. It is a very interesting one that I think if the right bid was brought in, then I think Shaqiri would leave Liverpool. Even though I don't want him to leave, because I think Shaqiri can add something to Liverpool when Liverpool are in, needing someone. I think that is what Liverpool need in that aspect of things. But if the right bid was to come in, I think Liverpool would sell Shaqiri and then push up Harvey Elliott then to be the backup then for Mo Salah in that aspect of things. Nobody says keep Shaq. Jack says he's told all clubs no. United sources have died, City sources have died, and PSG sources have died, and even the Barca Thiago wants us. Yep, that is true. Like I said, apparently he's told his agent to no to everyone. Apparently Barcelona, and guys, let me know your thoughts on this as well. So apparently Ronald Koeman has wanted Gini Wijnaldum. Apparently he's put Gini Wijnaldum at number 1 on his list to get this summer. And apparently the Barcelona board have told him, no, we want Thiago Alcantara. We don't want Gini Wijnaldum. We want to go after Thiago and bring him back. So, you're already not giving your new manager the thing that he wants, and that is Gini Wijnaldum. So what does that show and prove towards Barcelona in that aspect of things, that you've just signed your new manager and you have no faith in him by going, no, we don't want that player, we want to bring back Thiago, and we want him to be in Barcelona and things like this. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. But yeah, the other targets as well, I think Barcelona are after, what I've read anyway, both Depay from Lyon and Eric Garcia from Manchester City as well. So, very, very interesting, what they are going to be doing in that aspect of things. And Nobody says, if we sell, we will have a buyback clause in the contract. Yeah, that is absolutely 100% true. I think that's been confirmed if we was to sell. So, maybe it might happen, but for me, it won't. Of course, 100%. But there, Chris also says, I can't rely on Shaqiri's fitness. Unfortunately, let's cash in. Yeah, I think many people are like that. Steven says it's Doku lads, full Belgium international. The one from, is it the one from Salzburg? I think that's what you're on about. I don't want Daku. Could be another. I'm not going to pronounce that name, but I know what you're on about. I see, if I can't pronounce someone's name properly, I'm not going to announce it because I'll probably just butcher it. Jack says, transfer committee sucks. We haven't bought a marquee signing in 2 summers, boys. Is that how long you've been following the club, Jax? Because we haven't needed it. This is the thing. We don't need marquee signings. We need what we need. This summer, we needed a backup left back. Right now, me personally, I think we need another centre back. in good honesty. But for me, Liverpool don't need a marquee signing. A marquee signing right now with this Liverpool squad is Mbappe. That is a marquee signing for Liverpool right now. And to be fair, I can see what you're on about with the frustration thing, and I know certain fans are, but this transfer committee is probably one of the best transfer committees in world football right now. And it's not, like I said, for Liverpool to make a marquee signing, we need to improve from this first team. Thiago would be a marquee signing. It would, because of what he did last season and the name Thiago Alcantara, being, one of the best midfielders in world football, along with, Kevin De Bruyne. But a marquee signing, it needs improvement. And realistically, Liverpool don't need improving that much. We just need depth in everything we need. Like Sarr, Sarr is, he's going to be a backup, but he's going to be a backup to Sadio Mane, his best friend. So, it is like that in my personal opinion anyway. But, a marquee signing means that we need to, make the team better than in that aspect of things. Nipo says Daku would be good, or Doku. I think that's or Doku was ages ago. Seamus Moore says as well, Jones is ready to make the next step. Won't start every game, but will be more involved. Yeah, I do agree with this. Think he will be. For sure, be more involved this season. Nerdboy says as well, Elliott appears to be more of a creator than a scorer dash finisher. Yeah, potentially. I know against Blackpool, he was getting more involved with the game, and I know you can't really judge. I know you can't really judge against Blackpool because it's Blackpool at the end of the day. I know Everton drew against them and that, but it's one of these things. But it is. Realistically, it's going to be one of these things that I think that Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Nico Williams, they are going to be coming into the squad a lot more within the next a couple of years anyway. And I think that they are the future of Liverpool. Seamus Moore says, in my opinion, we need a centre-back cover and cover on the wing. Yes, I agree. I think we do need another centre-back. I think we do need a winger, like I said, and I think them two are going to be the crucial areas. Jack says, Thiago does not want Barca. Nope, we already said that. Nerdboy says, Depay is the intentional target, I believe. Yeah, apparently he is. Him and Genie. Like I said, I think Genie is number one, and then Depay then is number two, because I think Depay is already asking for a move out from Lyon anyway, as far as I know of anyway. But Magic's in as well. How are you, Magic? Hopefully having a fantastic day. Connor lad, Magic lad, how are you, mate? I'm very well, thank you, mate. Massively massively nice to see you in the stream. Doug says, Douglas lad. Doug, wow. I've seen a reliable journal, tier 1 for Barca said, no, they don't want Thiago. True. I think I did see this, but I think I also seen as well that there was other reporters that were close to Barcelona saying that Barcelona did want him secretly. So who knows? Atalant Jeremy Doku. I've never heard of the player. No, I've never heard of the player. Seamus, let me know what position does he play. I've never heard of him before, so maybe I'll have to have a look at in-depth thing of him. Jack says, no, I'm saying we haven't signed. I've been following since Carlsberg, mate. I remember Fowler. Oh, okay, that's fair enough then. To be fair, and he also said, yes, that's what I'm saying. Liverpool need to sign Thiago. They need a marquee. Yeah, I get what you mean, but for me, reading that, it's it's another one of these fans that keeps on going on about, marquee signings, things like this. Thiago, like I said, would be a marquee signing. He would, because he is world class, but we don't need marquee signings day in, day out, at the end of the day. Where's the comment gone? Seamus wants that we have a first 11 of marquee players already. Yeah, absolutely agree with that, to be fair. Nobody says, Daka from Salzburg. And then Steven says, Doku is superb. And then Newboy says, Jeremy Doku visited Melwood and the players a couple of years ago, but decided to remain at his club. I can't remember him ever being. I can't remember the name. Not normally, if like a player's been mentioned and that, I'll remember his name. But no, I don't know his name. So I do apologize for that. Did think that I would know his name, but no. Jack says, nah, I've been around for years. I remember Hicks and Gillette. I think we all remember Hicks and Gillette, to be actually honest with you. And probably for the bad, but they did bring in Fernando Torres. If that's really a compliment or settlement, it's not really a settlement, is there? Realistically, to say that, oh yeah, they brought in Fernando Torres, but nearly broke the club. Yeah, that's a no. That's a no for me. But yeah, the other bit of transfer news, realistically, was the fact, if I bring it up on stream for you guys, and this is confirmed by James Pierce, Ben Woodburn going back out on loan for this season. Of course, one of Liverpool's young talents. I think that realistically he, of course, he was Liverpool's, youngest ever goal scorer at one point, but of course, isn't that now? But James Pierce is a good loan move for Ben Woodburn. The Liverpool youngster is off to Spartak Rotterdam on a season-long loan. Pep Linders believes he will flourish there. Woodburn has also attracted interest from Ipswich and Portsmouth. So, if you guys remember, who was which team did Ben Woodburn score against? His first ever Liverpool goal. Who did he score against? Realistically, if you know in the comments, then you get a round of applause from me. If you don't know, then fair enough. But yeah, if you do know, then please let me know in the comment section down below. And Nobody said, yeah, there were loads of reports at that time. Jack says, but Nike would have wanted Liverpool to announce a big signing for marketing, perhaps, but Nike. Realistically, Liverpool have lost money from Nike at the minute because we've had to pay them back. I think it's about 5 million at the minute that we've had to pay back. So we have lost money from the Nike deal at the minute, but it will turn into profit in that aspect of things as well. Seamus Moore says, Doku played on the right wing. He is 18 years old, Belgium international. Apparently Liverpool have been scouting him and made an offer, but he is staying at Altacad. I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I butchered it, for another year. Very, very interesting. I'll have to look into that story. And yeah, I will have to look why he is. But yeah, I haven't heard of him before. So, it is very, very interesting. There was one more comment. Lol, Jax, Maya, too late now. I don't know what's been said, but there. Jax also said Thiago's shirt sales would pay for his fee. He is most decorated player to join the Premier League. Now, the thing is, that is such a fan thing to say, and I don't want to keep on like that, but shirt sales don't make anything for the club. They don't, realistically, right? So say now, let me know anyway in the comment section, how, if you have bought, any of this season's kits, how much have you paid for it? Now, for me, I've bought the home kit this year with, Cater on the back, the gold badges, and the World Cup badge. That cost me, I'd say about 95 quid, right? So normally, let me actually take the comment off, so you can see my full face. Liverpool and Nike, Liverpool have, they've made one of the most elitist things ever in the fact that they get 20% off every single product, right? Which is brilliant, right? It's fantastic. So Liverpool get 20% of what I have purchased, which was £95. Don't ask me to do the maths right now because my brain's gone, so I can't really do it. So they get 20% from £95, right? That's individually. That's nothing, realistically. Clubs and football clubs, right? they get between 3% and 5% off a shirt, right? That's, again, nothing, right? And that's just for a shirt. They don't get anything off that, for example. They don't get anything from, even though like probably the shirt's only being made, £5, £10 things, I guess, and they sell on for massive, huge of amount, 20%, that's nothing. For a club that hasn't got that luxury of, that 20% bonus for Liverpool, they only get, like I said, between 3 and 5% of the actual price that you pay for your kits. And that was Liverpool back in, in the New Balance era, even in the Adidas era, probably worse than Adidas in some aspect of things. So realistically, the kit thing where people go, oh yeah, we'll just buy everything with, from, Thiago shirt sales. It won't happen. It does not fund realistically, the amount that what would need to be done with that. It wouldn't generate, through time it would, 30, 40 million throughout this stay. But, as an instant thing, no, it wouldn't. So, if you guys didn't know that anyway, but yeah, it wouldn't do that. What else we got? Doug says Leeds United. It was Leeds United. Well done, Doug. Boy also got it right by you that said Leeds. Yeah, it was Leeds. It was in the Capital One Cup, or the Carabao Cup, or how you pronounce it, or wherever it is now. Yeah, it was. It was in that as well. Doug, Boy says, bro, Doug, too quick. Yeah, Doug's probably there. He's probably like there on his like iPad and just like, ooh, there's a knowledge question. Boom, straight on it. But that is Douglas in one, to be fair. Jackson says, I'm guessing that's Thiago shirt sales. I would pay his fee for the most decorated player. I did it, and also Leeds United as well. We already went through that. I can see Magic's comments. Magic says, Taki is my favorite player on this season. He's going to shine as as an Asian myself. He is someone that I look up to. You're not really known of being good footballers, but here Taki playing for the big boys. Yeah, I know that, that was one market that Liverpool were trying to get in, in that aspect of things, and trying to, break down that wall of the Asian market in that aspect of things. So, in bringing in Takumi Minamino, probably Japan's best player, then you're going to get that market being, huge, added up. I think I read somewhere that, Manchester United were the biggest team in Japan, but now it's Liverpool. I believe it's been that case since 2018. So, if Liverpool can break down that barrier, then that'd be absolutely superb. But yeah, absolutely, Takumi Minamino, I hope to God that he does well this season, because, from what we've seen earlier on, he does look like he is going to be a very, very good player indeed anyway. But Jackson said he's an elite world-class player, first one. I think that's with Thiago. Let's go. Source Sam, right? I think that's how you say it. What else we got? Jax also says Liverpool have ever bought, mate. Have ever bought? I don't know what that's for. Seamless More says 120 euros. So there you go. Well, even more. That would be even more than me. So very interesting. Did you get a Viper one, Seamus, or did you get a 70 quid one like that I did? Because I didn't want to pay 100 quid for a shirt. Nobody says Taki looks to be a real contender right now. Yep, absolutely. Looks in real confidence, not contender. I do apologize, in confidence. I had to read that one back then. Jack says, we never buy the complete player. We usually buy young prospects, develop them, and then sell them to Barca or Real. Yep, you look at Phil Coutinho, you look at it like that. That was practically that. But Thiago would break the mold. Yep. But to go back on that, Virgil van Dijk, you look at that transfer, for example, Virgil van Dijk was already established, kind of, but Jurgen Klopp took him to that next level of being the best defender in the world. And Jurgen Klopp, he knew that realistically, Liverpool knew that they didn't want to spend money on another person that they knew wasn't the right fit. We bought Virgil van Dijk for being the right fit, and that's what Liverpool will do. No matter what, they will, spend the money on the correct player. Like if Mo was to leave to Juventus tomorrow, wouldn't surprise me if we were thinking about looking at Mbappe or Jadon Sancho, and things like that. It's one of other things as well. What else we got? Jackson says but Thiago break the mold. I already read that. Jackson says Leeds are going to find out what it's like to come up to Anfield on Saturday. # smashed. Of course, match reaction is tomorrow. Match preview show is tomorrow. Anyway, Nerdboy says got to go. Good stream, mate. Thank you very much, Nerdboy. Absolute pleasure having you in the chat as always. And thank you for tuning in to tonight's stream. Jack says I got a vape mate. I think that's the vapor shirt. Yeah, Doug, not promoting your work. He's gonna hate me for that. Jack says Virgil is young. Young prospect. He may be sold when older. Salah be gone. VVD will go. Yes. And then also says 29 but 3. Bye bye when you're top at LFC. Yeah. But yeah, Virgil will stay at Liverpool now for the rest of his contract. It's plain and simple, or the rest of his career. In my personal opinion, I think he will stay at Liverpool for the near future. I think, realistically, Jurgen and that, they'll want him to stay because I think Virgil's going to be similar to Maldini in that aspect of things where he will, he can last out his career and then, easily then win. Well, I say win. He'll easily be the best defender in the world in his late 30s, things like this. But, if I bring your attention back onto Twitter then in like the final story that we have to bring for you tonight, and that is the fact that Jurgen Klopp and Trent Alexander-Arnold received their awards for becoming manager of the season and the young player of the year or young player of the season award. So, fantastic that both, if I click on their photos, you've got Jurgen there with his manager of the year award, which is lovely to see, finally him getting his award. And then you go then for Trent Alexander-Arnold, of course, Premier League Young Player of the Year, PFA Young Player of the Year, absolutely superb. For me, absolutely the best right back in world football right now, in Trent Alexander-Arnold. Of course, I think he will definitely be involved, for Saturday, of course, not really playing for Liverpool yet, but, he has played, for England over the last couple of days and that. But for me personally, I think he will play realistically in things like that. But yeah, let me scroll through Twitter a minute, or like what I've saved anyway, and see if I haven't mentioned anything I was gonna mention. But yeah, guys, if you I'll be heading off in about 5 minutes. If you guys want to ask me anything or anything, I guess, about transfers, anything about anything, then please do feel free to leave in the comment section down below. Of course, if you're not following us on Twitter, then please, the Cop Council on Twitter. It is literally just at the Cop Council. We're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course, and things like this. But yeah, just want to say as well, massive, thank you for, the support you guys have shown to me over the last couple of weeks. Of course, we've been, doing bits and pieces and things like this. We've also been doing, other bits and pieces on other people's channels, like Doug's, for example, and other things like this. But yeah, realistically, I enjoy doing the content and things like this. And other things, I guess. But one thing I did want to show you guys, if you guys are interested in this as well, I'm not going to try and bribe you or anything like this, but I'm definitely going to be purchasing one of these, and that is, you go onto Cop badges. They do like amazing badges. They've done, I think they've done a Virgil van Dijk one. They've done, other bits and pieces as well. So, but realistically, a Jordan Henderson, key ring, if you guys want it, then they will be out at tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm definitely going to be buying one for sure, and there we go, that's them in their packaging as well. I'm definitely going to be getting one. It's crazy, how good they look. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be purchasing one tomorrow anyway, when they are unveiled then, or released then, if you want to call it that. But Doug says Klopp and Trent are fab. Yes, they are. They're absolutely brilliant. Best manager in the world, best right back in the world, got the best centre back in the world, got the best everything in the world. You know, it's brilliant right now to be a Liverpool fan. I'm not going to lie. KL says, if you were the manager and the transfer window was almost closed, who would you sign? If I had money, you know, and money wasn't a real thing to think about in that aspect of things, and I was doing like a FIFA career mode type thing, Thiago, just to get it over the line. Sarr from Watford. I think Sarr could be a good player under Jurgen Klopp. And then Christopher Aja, or Aya, however you pronounce it. Doug probably shouted me for that. The centre back from Celtic. I think he could be a good third or fourth choice centre back for Liverpool. 22 years old, and things like that. We did talk about him on the video that we did with Doug and Owen from Cop On podcast on him. You know, about, you know, who would we bring in and things like this. I do think that realistically, me personally, I think he could, you know, bring in a lot of money. Realistically, if we were to keep hold of him, progress him, and then sell him on, perhaps, you know, maybe in the future, or, you know, yeah, I can see Doug already annoyed at me. I've just seen the comment saying that he was annoyed at me. Nerdboy says, well, anyway, that's who I would bring in anyway. KL, to be honest though. Nerdboy says, YouTube is broken, so I'm back. Good to have you back. But yeah, YouTube is broken. Trust me, Nerdboy. I think we both know it is broken. Quite a long time. Doug also says, good luck in the FPL, Connor, by the way. Yes, of course, I don't really promote this enough, and I should. If you guys want to join our Fantasy Football League, it will be in the video description of this video when it's uploaded onto YouTube again, or like later on when I get the opportunity to put it in, because I forgot to put it in because I'm an idiot. But yeah, if you go back onto yesterday's video, it is the first link on you know, on the video description, or you can go over to Twitter and, well, on the Cop Council, and it'll be on our Twitter anyway, of where you can find it and you can join anyway, or, you know, message me on Twitter if you guys you know, want to be, you know, in the league, and I'll send you the link, you know, in messages, and, you know, then I'll give you it like that. But yeah, if you guys want to join, then please join. Feel free to join. It is free, if anyone's asking. You know, it is free, and I do think, you know, you guys will enjoy the competitive side, but it's friendly competition until I'm losing, and then all of you guys suck. Practically, I'm joking. Realistically, Jack says, mate, they stay with us, and then they get sold. FSG cash in. They don't care about Jurgen. We sell to buy. Name one player we've bought without selling, my friend. In recent history, I would have said Coutinho then, but not really. Daniel Sturridge. We didn't let Daniel Sturridge be sold. You know, that was one player. You know, I believe the likes of Alisson, you know, Trent, Virgil, don't think they'll be sold realistically. I think that realistically they'll be kept. You know, I think we'll sell one day. We will sell one of the front three. You know, it's just going to happen. You know, because, you know, either Jurgen will leave, or, you know, they want a fresh start and things like this. So, you know, it will happen. But at the end of the day, Liverpool do keep all the players now. He says Christopher Aya, so it's Aya, not Aja. Even though he's got J in his name, like, where's the YER? Like, what's up with that? It's crazy. Jack says, good night, guys. Be safe. Yeah, be safe, Jack. Hopefully you have a fantastic rest of your day. Christopher Adja Al, yeah. Doug, I give up on his name. It's Adja. It's Adja. Oh, Jack's actually still here. Jack says, how do you get the pop-ups on the live stream? Looks pretty sick. Just message it's literally just a part of it. You just click on the comment and it just pops up. You know, realistically, StreamYards is very, very good for that. I would fully recommend it if anyone streams or anything like this anyway. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end it there. It's been an hour that we've been talking about tonight. We've been talking majorly about transfers. And realistically, getting your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, and that I've been reading a few of your guys' thoughts and opinions. But tomorrow, I believe it's going to be around late afternoon, so it's going to be around 6-7 o'clock. Perhaps we're going to have a match preview show for the first Premier League game. So excited for it back. We're going to have Carl from the Sam Radio Football Show. I think I said that right. Doug's probably going to correct me, so do apologise if that is wrong, because Douglas is a part of that. Of course, being a guest on there as well. Absolutely enjoyed being a guest on there when I was on there, and hopefully I get to be on there again soon in the near future. But please check that out tomorrow. I'll obviously notify people on Twitter, Instagram, other bits and pieces as well. Of course, can't remind people on YouTube because I don't have the community thing yet. You need to have 1,000 subscribers. But so, if you want to subscribe, then please do hit that subscribe button, because realistically, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. That is the ultimate dream right now. But fingers crossed we can reach there and that. And yeah, hopefully that is a realistic target. But if you did enjoy tonight's video, then please give this video a like. It's massively appreciated if you could do so. Also, as well, like I said, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to enable notifications as well. But until next time, guys, that is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the COP Council, and hopefully all of you have a fantastic rest of your evening.